Hello, my friends. Betty McKnit here, your crochet mama. It is Star Blanket September. Who's making star blankets along with me? Hope y'all are ready to hang out and make your 6-day star. Yes. Betty McKnit is now in League C5. What does that mean? Hi, Mia. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. You're just watching for ideas, Susie Q? Allow me to inspire you. Okay, so it's Star Blanket September, and I am making a 6-day star, a 6-day superstar, and a 6-day supernova blanket this month. And a lot of it will be on lives, and I don't know if I'm going to complete all of them on the lives. Some of them may probably get completed off camera. Hi, Dee. Yeah, because it's a lot, and I decided I wasn't going to go live 6 days for each blanket because it just kind of gets to be a lot. So yeah, I went to Five Guys to fill my Yeti today. And because I like the peach Coke Zero. Why can't we have peach Coke Zero in the store? Why doesn't that come in the cans? It would probably be one of those things only I would buy. Nobody else would want it but me. Okay, let's do this. So this is my third day working on my 6-day star blanket. Here it is. It's really quite big. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I'm using Juniper Moon Farms Cumulus Degradé, I believe it's called. And they're beautiful. It's made from Israeli Mako cotton, and the name of the color is Senna Sandcastle. My brain had a hard time remembering that word. Senna Sandcastle. That's what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? Hi, Betty. I love your videos. They really help inspire me to crochet more. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Sound and picture are good tonight. Excellent. That's great. My Zoom room is open for my members of my McKnitiverse. So if you're in the Betty McKnitiverse, you can go ahead and hang out in the Zoom with the other citizens of the McKnitiverses if you want. I'm not going to be in there because it's too much to do all this, to be on TikTok and YouTube and over there. But we have a little hangout chill spot for our members to hang out and crochet and talk to each other while we're doing this crochet along. So tonight, this isn't really a tutorial. This is just hang out and chill and crochet together and talk and chat. Ask me whatever questions you have. Share your blankets with me and just hang out and chill. So here we go. I'm going to put everybody on overhead so you can watch me crochet, and I'm just going to sit here and work on my blankets. Yeah, today it's just busy work. I have tonight to work on my star blanket and tomorrow. And then next week, I'm going to switch to the superstar. So, yes, torturing myself watching this, oh no, carpal tunnel. Kathy and Pat are in the Zoom universe. Hi, I'm loving this blankets. How many skeins have you used so far? That's a good question. This is the second one. I started the second one last night. So I have 6 of them. And honestly, I think that I'm thinking 3 might be enough for a baby blanket. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet how far I'm going to go with this. We'll see. That's what designing is all about. You try things. You're like a choreographer, but with yarn. You try things and then you change them until you figure out how to make it work. Okay, I'm going to put that over here. And oh, by the way, I'm making my superstar with this. This is KFI Collection, and it's called Pinwheel. It's 100% acrylic yarn. It says it's a 2, but to me it looks like those other yarns we know of that are 3 weight that have a similar look and feel to this. Looks like it's going to work up about the same, but it does say 2. Anyways, that's going to be the superstar. So let me just switch this around. TikTok, I'm going to put you up top, and I got to undo that. Video mirroring is off. And then I'm going to put you up here. On YouTube, I got to flip you. Hi, I made more progress today. Excited to see yours. Wonderful. Make sure when you share your projects on social media, use the hashtag is Star Blanket Sept, SEPT 24. Star Blanket Sept 24. So it looks like I finished on round 6, and this is going to be round 7. And then just, if you're using this as a tutorial, just don't tell anyone that sometimes I just join with the first single crochet. I don't slip stitch and chain up and then single crochet in the same stitch. Yeah, so yesterday I was talking about the Supernova. So I believe the Supernova, yeah, so these are the setup rounds. So the star, the superstar, and the Supernova all start with the same 8 rounds, so up to here. Okay, and then the superstar on this single crochet round, it's a little bit different setup round because you make a little chain space right here as you're working that single crochet round, which is where a new point will start to form. So you have a point in between every point. Okay, so you end up with 14 points. And then the blanket comes out kind of round. It's like a round chevron, okay? For the Supernova, and then it's repetitive after that. Just like the 6-day star, it's repetitive. It's just the points are smaller. And so you never get like as many stitches in each point. The points are smaller. So they grow out like that, and there's more of them. It's a really fun version, okay? So the Supernova does something similar, but it's the same as the star up to here. And then on this round that I'm about to do, we do that same thing. You create the chain space here in the dip. And then you have a small point that starts. So these points continue to get big, and then you have this little point that starts and it gets big. So you have 14 points again, but some of the points are big and some of the points are smaller. And that's the difference between the star, the superstar, and the Supernova. So this is how far I'm going to pre-crochet my Supernova off camera to this point, and then I'm going to start it. That will be the week after next. Next week, I'm going to do the superstar, but I'm going to come to the live ready to do this round right here. Okay, I'm going to have the setups all done, so you don't have to watch me do the setups all over again every time. Okay, so anyways, that's just a heads up about what's going to happen. All right. But this is the start. So now that we're done with the setup rounds, you just repeat. And every repeat just gets a little bit bigger. But it's basically the same. It's just more stitches. So this should be really fun. We're at that really fun mindless point where I don't have to think too much and I can just crochet. Crochet. I'm probably not going to look at the counts at all, but I know that some of you really love to count. And if you're not really used to this pattern, you might kind of need the counts to help you stay oriented. Let me do this for people so you can see what yarn I'm using. Oh, and I'm doing balance. Thank you, Amanda. How are you? Oh, good grief. So it's Saturday morning for you already. Wow. It's still Friday here. I had I don't want to say I had a bad day, but I went to all the way to Kill Devil Hills today, which takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to get there. Yesterday I called the doctor and I said, does he want me to have blood tests? Does he want me to have labs? Does he want me to do labs? Because if he does, make sure you fax the lab order down to my lab, because it takes me a long time to drive down there and I don't want to go down there and not have an order for me. And guess what happened? Drove all the way down there and there was no order for me. They called back and they said, oh yeah, we'll send it. He does want you to have labs, and so we'll send it for you. And I drove down there, and my appointment's on Wednesday, and I'm not going to be able to go back down there for labs on Monday or Tuesday. So now I can't make my appointment, which has been set for 6 months. And I'm going to tell them I'm not coming in. They can telehealth. They need to send those orders. Getting tired of stuff like that. Okay, note to self. Don't rub your nose when you have stitch balm on your fingers. Rub it with the other hand. Or use a tissue. I just got stitch balm up my nose. Now everything smells like balance. They have 2 new scents. One's unscented. The other one is balance. Yeah, I think I'm going to find another doctor, actually. I'm getting tired of it. I don't have a lot of choices because of where I live. So I put up with a lot, but this is too much. How are everyone's stars coming along? Yep. I have questions about my medications, and it doesn't really seem like I can get them answered online or over the phone. There's like the communication's not real great. These colors are really pretty, and I know everybody's going to be like, oh, great fall colors. And they are fall colors, but they are, I don't know. I love peachy oranges. How's your blanket coming along, Amanda? You're on your third repeat. It's gotten quiet out here on the Outer Banks. I took my chair down to the beach today, and I was going to sit on the beach, and I should have known because I could hear the water from the house really loud for the past few days, and it's like all the way up to the steps, and the flags are out, so you can't really sit. There's nowhere to really sit because the water's all the way up to the dunes. So I didn't really get to sit out on the beach for very long today. There were a lot of people out there, kids and families playing. It's really nice. The weather's just gorgeous right now. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for following. How's everyone doing? The weather is warming up. I love this time of year. I just hope it doesn't get too hot too quick. I hear ya. I feel like we're at that time of year where it's like, I always brag. They call this like the shoulder season or the bumper season, I guess, where it's like summer's over, but our weather is still really nice for like another 2 months. But then all of a sudden it'll be like boom and it'll be gone. Does it get very cold in the winter? Yeah, it can. It can snow. It doesn't stay cold for very long, usually. And like one Christmas, my daughter was here and we had sub-zero temperatures for longer than we normally do. And everything froze. I had a pipe that burst. They're just not used to it getting so cold here for so long. Just seems like the weather's been really crazy. Hi, Amy. Thank you for the dancing flower. That's fun. That was a fun one. Hi, Lily. I'm doing the 6-Day Star Blanket. It's Star Blanket September. Grab all your stash and your scraps and make yourself a star blanket or 10. We have mild winters here, but we find them cold. No snow here, but down south they get some. Sounds kind of similar to here. I mean, the first winter I was here, it snowed like crazy. And there were, my neighbors were like, I've never seen it snow like this. One time I was visiting the Outer Banks on New Year's Eve, and it snowed. And I didn't even know it snowed down here. But it was gone by it all melted within a couple hours. Okay, I'm starting a new round. I'm on round 2 now. Ding, ding, ding. Where's Andrew to ding the bell? Ring the bell. I mean, usually I lay my work down at the end of every round, so I'll do that. And I'm going to turn my timer on too so I don't end up overdoing it. I don't think Andrew's here. I mean, this yarn. Oh, you did? Okay. I love the way this yarn. Somebody had the right word yesterday. Graduates or gradiates from one color to the next. What is the word that I want? Oh, what is word? The yarn's beautiful. Oh, Knitting Fever suggested this yarn. Graduates. Yes. Thank you. What are you working on, Amy? Hi, Rita. I dislike pulling the yarn from the outside of the skein. Might have mentioned that once or twice. Right? Have I ever said that before? Amy Pitzinger says she's working on a granny square star blanket. What? Yarn bowls are amazing. Well, I hardly ever pull from the outside, so I don't have one here, but I guess I could support an artist who makes them and buy one. Is there an artist watching this live right now that sells yarn bowls? If so, send me a DM. Or if you're on YouTube, comment. Star Blanket September. I need a ditty. Did I just go online? What do you mean? I've been on for about 30 minutes. TikTok didn't alert me right away and I registered. Oh my gosh, are you what is the point of them having registration? I don't understand that. I'm really sorry. Are you signed up for Star Blanket September? If you go to the link in my bio and sign up, you'll get the emails and then has the schedule all the times. It's 7 o'clock every time, but it's not every night. Let's see. I'm gonna take tomorrow off, and then yeah, what was the point? And then they're like, if you schedule a live and then you don't go, you're not live. You don't go live, right? You can start 10 minutes before the scheduled time, but if you're not live by that time, they like penalize you. You get a little slap on the wrist and they threaten you. You'll lose your ability to go live. What do you use to record yourself? Well, on TikTok, I use my phone. And then when you go live on TikTok, you can download the live afterwards for like 30 days. You have to do it within 30 days. They don't save them forever. So I have that recording from TikTok. And then I'm crocheting right now in front of a desktop computer, and for YouTube I have a DSLR. I don't know why my Alexa's talking to me in the other. What is holding your phone? Can you see your screen? Yeah, it's just one of those holders that I got out of like it's like a ring light or something. I'm using my front camera, the selfie camera. Schedule for 10 minutes late, then show up earlier. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm usually here and on time, but I was late once, and I got the little message like you were, or I wasn't late. I had scheduled it for AM instead of PM accidentally. And so when I went to go live, it had already passed because I put it in as AM instead of PM, 7 a.m. instead of 7 p.m. But I mean, it's fine. The whole point is why schedule it and have people register, if I thought the point of that was so that TikTok would tell the people that I was live. And this person's saying it didn't tell them until 30 minutes in. Rita says, I like your top. It's a romper. It's pants. It's a one piece. It's a one-iter. When my daughter was little, she was like 2. I got her a little two-piece bathing suit for the first time, and she was like, "What's this? This isn't a bathing suit." And I said, "This is a bathing suit. It's called a two-piece." And she was like, "Oh, it's got two pieces. It has a top and a bottom." And she was like, "Oh." And then when her dad got home, she had her little two-piece bathing suit on, and she goes, "Hey, Daddy, look at my bathing suit. It's a two-iter." So then after that, we would always say one-iter, two-iter, three-iter. It's a very handy word that she made up. But yeah, it's a romper. It's a one-iter. It's a one piece. And I love this is my favorite one. I have, I'm like a little kid. I have a different one for every day of the week. And I've been getting a lot of compliments on my rompers. And I've been telling people it's my uniform. But this one's my favorite. I like this one a lot. And then I have one that's black and it has daisies on it. That one's my second favorite. I didn't get no notification, and I didn't even get notified. I was scrolling my FYP, and oh my gosh. I'm glad you didn't miss it either, but if you sign up, and I know you've already registered to do this, but if you sign up, go to the link in my bio, sign up for Star Blanket September, and then you will get the freebies that I'm sending out. Lots of fun freebies. One of them is that crown, the star hat, the crown that I came up with, and I'm just giving it away. So you got the star crown, and then the other day I sent another freebie, which was the stitch tracker and day tracker little cheat card. And so if you sign up, if you register, I'm sending emails, a couple of emails a week with the links to the schedule, the links to the YouTube channel, the links to the patterns, those freebies, links to those freebies where you can download them. What else is on there? What else is in those emails? Who's getting the emails? What else did I put in there? Oh, tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. Because you can't crochet anything without tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. There's also a link to an invitation to join the Betty McKnitiverse, which is my membership community. And I got my Zoomers in the Zoom room. I got my Zoom hangout that's going on while I'm doing this. So there are people that like to sit and hang out and crochet together on Zoom calls. Lee says, I finished my first ever star blanket the other day. I'm in love and plan on making many more. This is a very addictive pattern. It comes out so beautiful, doesn't it? Really comes out beautiful in this yarn. I mean, oh my goodness. I knew this was going to be nice when I saw it. Like, I knew it was going to be really nice, but I am really blown away by how nice this is and how it feels. It's really fluffy, soft cotton. I don't use a lot of cotton. You all know you will never see me using cotton, but this is like fluffy, soft, silky. It has a beautiful sheen. It feels really nice. It's not sticky on my hook. I think that's what I don't like about cotton. It kind of hurts my hands. And of course the colors, you know, like nobody can say nothing about these colors. These colors are amazing. Thank you for following. What everybody have for dinner tonight? It's Friday. It's Friday night. Because it's Friday night and I feel all right. Pizza Friday. Pizza night. Somebody else said pizza night. I forgot about pizza night. It's too hot to cook in SoCal. Is it? I just had Vegemite toast for breakfast, now enjoying my coffee. Vegemite. It's supposed to be really good for you, yeah? cotton. Believe it or not. It is really pretty. I don't know, it just tastes good. It's kind of like peanut butter. I would have peanut butter. How do y'all feel about peanut butter in Oz? Would you have Vegemite before you had peanut butter? Or are they like not interchangeable? Vegemite is more savory. But is peanut butter like a staple? Because I feel like peanut butter is a staple. Peanut butter is popular. My husband has it every day for breakfast on toast. Yeah. I love it. Almost to the end of this round. I like it too. I change it up. I like eggs for breakfast, but we've run out. Okay. I'm not a big breakfast eater. Well, that was the thing about today too. I couldn't have coffee or anything because it was a fasting blood test. So I fasted, and my appointment wasn't until 1:45 in the afternoon. Thank you for your tutorials on YouTube. I'm working on some now for Christmas. Oh, wonderful. I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, I hope to have a new tutorial this weekend for the Superstar. That's my goal. Now I've set it on a live, so I have to do it. I'll spend some time working on that tomorrow. A lot of off-camera crocheting to do. Okay, I'm going to be good. I'm going to put my work down at the end of every round, especially since the rounds are taking longer and longer to do now. Hi, Ruby Love. Doing fine. Hi. The colors are amazing, aren't they? How much yarn does this project need? Well, it varies. So it just depends on what kind of yarn you're using and what size blanket you want to make. Well, there's the yarn I'm using right there. I'm using a Furls Odyssey hook, and all the details are in the poll. If you want to click the poll and start the poll. Oh wait, what am I doing? This is round 3, which I don't know how to start the poll. I don't know why I can't do that. Oh, it's extremely soft. It's wonderful. All right, I'm on round 3. It is beautiful. Knitting Fever sent it. Hey, Jill. Well, I guess we don't have a poll then, because I don't know how to start it either. Andrew usually starts it for me. Or somebody, Amanda. Amanda said she can't see it to start it. TikTok, thank you. TikTok is slipping. You're slipping. You're slipping, TikTok. Well, it's called the 6-Day Star Blanket. So it can be done in 6 days. Click vote on the bottom. Cluck. She said cluck vote. Bar. So it is Star Blanket September. balm is called Scented Stitches. Stitch Balm. And this one's Balance. It's their new, oh, what am I doing? Not going to be able to see it on YouTube because its focus is down here. It is an aromatherapy balm. You put it on your finger and the oils go into the yarn. You put it on your finger where you tension the yarn. And the yarn picks up the aromatherapy oils and makes your project smell nice. And the company that I get it from, Scented Stitches, the owner is so nice. I didn't know that was a thing. I try to put lotion on, but then I hate the feeling with the yarn. Yep. What am I doing? I'm talking too much. So they just came out with an unscented one too. Thank you, Amy. And I use this massage oil for my hands when I'm crocheting because it's not super sticky, and it soaks right in, and it doesn't leave you all greasy, you know, mess up your yarn. What would you use unscented? Does that not defeat the purpose? Well, I know the owner told me that she is just releasing the unscented like in a limited batch because people asked for it, but some people get like a tension burn if they hold their yarn really tight. They get a honestly, I think if you get like a bad tension, well, I do have a mark where the yarn goes over my finger, but sometimes people will get like a really tight, they'll hold their yarn really tight and they'll get like a burn on their finger. And personally, I think those people need to learn how to loosen up their tension. But yeah, people were saying that the aromatherapy balm helped them with their, you know, tensioning over that finger, and kept them from getting a burn there. But I honestly think that if you are getting if your finger is getting marked up like that from crocheting, you need to learn how to breathe and loosen up and, you know, loosen up your tension a little bit, because that really should not be happening. But people hold their yarn and tension their yarn in different ways. So Sugar BB says, LOL me. I realize when I'm counting, I'm holding the yarn so tight. Yeah, I think it's like, you know, when you're a little newer to crochet, you think that everything is just going to unravel if you don't do it super tight. And really it's, you know, your crochet can be really loose. Does not have to be super tight. And you should learn to tension your yarn so your hands are nice and loose and relaxed and comfortable. Yeah, Amy's saying take the somatic crochet sessions. Yeah, I have a somatic crochet session once a month that anyone can sign up for and come to. It's a Zoom call where we crochet and we talk about stuff like this, like relaxing, keeping your hands relaxed when you crochet, and things like that. Yeah, when I met the owner at H&H and she shared the new holiday scents, she called them, with me, she kind of shared the same thing. Like, I don't know why anyone would want unscented, but people wanted it, and so I made it. But I think that's probably why. It's for that tension burn that some people get. And some yarns are more abrasive than others. Acrylic yarns certainly can be. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Starting to feel sleepy already. I did 3 hours last night. I'm new to the 6-Day star blankets. What's the difference with the granddaddy? There are 3 6-Day star blankets. They're called the Star, the Superstar, and the Supernova. And then there's a great granny, a great granddaddy, and a great granddaddy-o blanket. The great granny is a continuous granny square. It starts out as a granny square and it keeps growing, and it uses the same sequence of stitches: a row of single crochet, 2 rows of clusters, another row of single crochet, 2 rows of double crochet. So it's the alternating single and double crochet with clusters. But it's the great granny is a square and the great granddaddy is a rectangle, and the great granddaddy-o is very similar to the great granddaddy, but it's made with Noro yarn. It was designed specifically for Noro. The great granddaddy is, variable. You can do it with any yarn, basically, any yarn you want. It gives you different, the pattern will give you different yardages, and sizes. And the great granddaddy O is just, it's meant to be done with 6 balls of Noro Tsubame yarn. And it tells you how to do it with those 6 balls of yarn. My favorite star is the Superstar. That's the one I'm going to do next week. And the reason why it's my favorite is because the points don't get that big. So you don't have like see, I don't know how many double crochet I have right there, but it's a lot. And the Superstar, the points are smaller, so they never get that big. So it's not as monotonous. You messed up the sweater? What happened? Were you doing the 6-day hexagon cardigan? The star blanket is the quickest and easiest one. They're all really fun to do. They're fun and addictive, and they're great stash busters. They're great scrap busters. That's why I started doing Star Blanket September, because people were doing Stash Bust September. Oh no, the Evelyn and Peter, but I did the wrong stitch all last night, but I had a great time. Oh my goodness. Well, good thing you can frog, you know. Yarn is very forgiving. That's what I like to say. Yarn is very forgiving. I wish more things were as forgiving as yarn. You know, where you can just rip it out and undo it and then redo it. We talked about this in my somatic meeting a couple months ago, and then I recorded an unraveling meditation where you imagine you're unraveling your yarn. You visualize unraveling a knitted or crocheted project, and while you're doing that, you just like let go of tension and guilt and any hard bad feelings from any like mistakes you made or things you feel bad about. I've done a couple different meditations like that. I don't know if I'm good at it yet. Not enough people have, I don't think, done them and given feedback about them for me to really know, but I like doing it. I think it's fun. I enjoy coming up with, you know, these like visualizations and meditations. I even like recording them, but like videos, I hate editing them. I hate editing them. I hate going back and listening to my own voice. Ugh. Sitting there listening to myself yammer on about who knows what. I don't know how y'all can stand me, honestly. People tell me I have a soothing voice. I'm like, oh my God. Marissa finished their second repeat. Woohoo! Which repeat am I on? I'm on the third one. The name of the color is Cumulus Degradé, I believe it's pronounced, because it has an accent. And the brand is Juniper Moon Farm. It's in that poll, if you're able to access the poll on TikTok. All the deets are in the poll. Can somebody say how you get to that poll again? You click. I am not controlling the color on this one. The only thing I did was it starts, I pulled the first skein from the center. It's a great question, by the way. I pulled the first skein from the center. So I started in the center. It started with the dark, and then it went out through the yellow to the white. And then I started the second one from the outside, so it went white to yellow to orange to dark. So I'm just finishing my second skein, and then when I start the third one, I'm going to start in the middle again. Click vote. Yeah, click vote. This is so soft. It really is soft. I don't think of cotton as being as soft as this is. I really don't. Excuse me. Hello, Tokyo. Ohayou gozaimasu. Oh, wait, that's good morning, right? Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. My Japanese is terrible. I had to go through in my mind what it was. It's evening here. Well, maybe it's morning in Japan. It probably is. Ohayou gozaimasu, Japan-san. Thank you so much. Arigato gozaimasu. I just said every single Japanese word that I know. Thank you for the gifts. It's corn. Remember that corn kid? Wow, thank you for the gifts. Dang. Thank you. Row 3 is the best row. You get to work right into those spaces, and it is easy. You can watch your show. I only have that much of this skein left. It's corn. Now, I remember when that corn thing was popular, and that was all I kept hearing that song over and over in my mind. And look how big it is. It is so beautiful, isn't it? Could you imagine being at the baby shower and the new mommy is opening up all her gifts, and this is the gift, and she opens her gift from you, and this is it. Oh yes, it works with any kind of yarn. Any yarn. I have seen people do this blanket with so many different kinds of yarn. I think this is the first time I have not used acrylic yarn on this blanket. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I mean, I just put an article on my blog about making this with scrap yarn. Like, it's the perfect stash buster, scrap buster. Like, you literally can make it with anything. I have yet to see one that didn't look good. People for a while, like, I never used that blanket yarn. But you know, people are always asking me, can you use blanket yarn? Can you use chenille? And finally, I've seen some people have used like the chenille blanket yarn for their star blankets, and they look great. They look beautiful. I made my granddaughter's first baby blanket in a granny square. Oh, that's so nice. I'd love to make her one of these. I'm sure she'd love it. It's so easy. It's a really easy pattern. It's free on my website, bettymcknit.com. I have the pattern is, I think, very easy to understand. It has a full photo tutorial in the pattern, and I have two videos on YouTube, tutorials that walk you through everything, and it's really easy to follow. Ay, ay, ay. I'm getting tired. I'm yawning. All right. Sometimes I don't do it the way it's written. Round 4, single crochet round. You single crochet in every stitch, and you do 3 single crochet in the chain 3 space in the peak. Check your counts. There's Andrew. Hey, Andrew. Hey, it's Courtney. How you doing, Courtney? Good evening. I am doing well. I'm getting a little tired. Starting to fade out a little bit here, but I'm doing okay. What have you been up to? Oh, there's my timer. It's coinciding, am I saying that right? With the end of the skein. Working a bunch of pattern tests and reading a bunch. Yep, sounds about right. All right. I'm going to take a little break and get up out of my chair and do some stretches and stuff. I'm going to get a cookie. I got the Zoom hangout going. Thank you, Courtney. Just one. Got the Zoom hangout, so if you're in the McKnitiverse, you can yes, it is very silky and not stiff at all. At all. You know how I have this impression of cotton and it's like really stiff. And I asked them, I said, I'm going to do a star blanket for you all. What would you like me to do it in? And they gave me like a bunch of choices, and this was the first one. And they said it's cotton. And I'm like, oh. I was like, I don't like cotton. But as it turns out, I do like cotton. It's just a regular Oreo. because I had a pack of the mega stuffs, but my guest and I ate them all when she was here. Just put them on the counter so whenever we walked by, we could take one, and we did. We ate them all pretty quick. I always get like one double stuff and one regular because you never know. Some people don't like the double stuff and mega stuff. And I think those people are crazy out of their minds. You have to get it from your yarn store or order it online. So go to the Knitting Fever site, Knitting Fever, and check their site to find a stockist near you. I think the people that don't like the double stuffs are crazy. My chair is very squeaky. Just a reminder. I know it sounds like farts. It's not farts. It squeaks. Absolutely lovely yarn. Couldn't say enough nice things about it. And it's drapey. It's drapey. It's not like a washcloth. When I think cotton, I think washcloth. And this is nothing at all like a washcloth. Nothing. Not even close. Well, I've listened back to some of my own recordings and heard the chair squeaking. So I know what it sounds like. And it's embarrassing. Okay, so this is my third ball. I don't think I'm going to last another 60 minutes, but I'll set the timer just in case. And this is round 4. You found a local seller. Great. You like solid colors. I know it comes in other, it's set up in like different ways. Uh, I don't, I actually don't know if it has solids or not. If they have solids or not. I went and looked for it in my local store, and they didn't have this particular one, but they had some other really lovely colorways that were like, it wasn't graduated, like there wasn't like a single tone, like graduated of like oranges like this is, but they were like, I feel like one of them was called like Starry Night. It was like a dark blue with some pink and fuchsia in it. It was like different, different colors, more like a cake yarn kind of style than an actual gradient. But they were gorgeous. They were really beautiful. And they had a lot of and I almost bought some because I was like, "Ooh, I'm getting some of this. Let me buy some." uh, yeah, I think, and Juniper Moon Farms has a lot of different types of yarn. So there, I made something else recently with it was the blue face, um, this one, the blue face Leicester, I believe is the way you say that. And I made this, it's 100% wool, and I made this hat out of it on a live not too long ago. As you can't see me because you're on TikTok, so I'll just go like that. Try and lean in to the camera for TikTok. This is the 6-Day Star Crown. It's too hot for me to wear. I gotta take it off. But yeah, I made it with another Juniper Moon Farm yarn. And it's very nice yarn. It seems like a very thoughtfully manufactured yarn is what I'm getting. I don't know I'm just getting this from the label. It says Easy Care, non-mulescid, I have no idea what that means. Blue-faced Leicester wool harvested from sheep, ethically raised in the UK. So I'm guessing it's a little more in the pricey side. Yes, it is. But this is where I'm at right now in my yarn loving journey. I have a lot of yarn, in my closet, and I kind of stopped buying, the new latest and greatest things at the big box stores. But I do feel like it is just as easy to go to the big box store and spend $75 on yarn, $100 on yarn, as it is to go to the yarn store and spend $100 on yarn. And the items that I have made from the pricier yarn are, just the quality is really evident, and the level of enjoyment that I have gotten from it is very high. So while I don't think anybody would be able to crochet with this yarn every day, I do think it's worth it for that special project. I mean, if you gave this as a baby gift to somebody, it would be treasured forever. And it would probably hold up if it was taken care of properly. But would really make an impact, I think, as a gift. It's so soft. I think now when I told them I was going to make a blanket for them and they offered up this yarn, I asked for 6 balls, but I actually think 3 is going to be enough for a baby size blanket. But now you've convinced me to go to a real supplier. I recently into crocheting, so I haven't been to any real yarn stores. I just go to Michael's. Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's nice because those things are really accessible. Um, but I just, and maybe it's just because in my position, I'm fortunate that I have access to a lot of different yarn companies and a lot of different yarns. And, like this yarn was gifted to me by the supplier so that I could make this. So I don't know. I'm in a position, I guess, where I can like kind of pick and choose what I want to work with. But once I started working with I've done like several projects for Noro now. And I've always loved their yarn. Um, but then when I started like working with their yarn, as part of my business, I just kind of became spoiled. It's just a really nice experience to work with it. To work this yarn feels very luxurious, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't think I was going to like it so much because it's cotton, and I quote unquote don't like cotton. But I'm just thinking baby blanket, like this is so soft, and yeah, it would make the perfect baby gift, really. For the right person, like for the right person who really would appreciate it. Like this wouldn't be a baby gift I would just give to like somebody, that I wasn't very close with or didn't know that well. It would be for like, somebody I really cared about, someone really special to me would get a really special baby blanket like this. It would be an heirloom. You've convinced me to go give it a shot. I mean, one thing about I'll say this about the local yarn stores, they often mostly cater to knitters. They haven't really figured out so much what to do with crocheters yet. They haven't accepted that crochet is, I don't know that they haven't accepted. It's just they've been catering to knitters for so long. So they might not really know what to do with you with a crocheter. But hopefully you've got a great yarn store near you and they are, crochet friendly. And they can support you to crochet something beautiful. I would definitely check it out. And then there's also like when I go to a local yarn store, I like to check out the local dyers because they're different everywhere. There's so many beautiful hand dyed yarns now that you can get, and um, I have a few patterns that work well with hand